what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the INART Michael Jackson 6 scale figure. Now I know INART is labeling it as jam, but I know most people are saying like dangerous tour Michael Jackson figure, and even I could tell that it is based like on his dangerous tour. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about having this, and I must admit this is like my most anticipated figure of the year. And this is also my first figure from INART too, so that's another like plus, you know, this is like my first collectible, you could say, from INART. Now of course, you know, this is based like on the Dangerous tour that Michael Jackson did like in the 90s, because here's like his Dangerous album right here which I do have like on the CD. I've had this for like a long time. And I also had like the Budapest like concert tour, like when he had like a concert in Budapest, like when he did that particular concert. I have that on DVD too as well. But yeah, I'm definitely happy about having this. And by the way, Michael Jackson is like my all-time favorite like musician or singer. So yeah, that's no reason I'm definitely happy about this. And I'm finna get into this right now. So as you can see, this is the box that contains the INART 6 scale Michael Jackson figure. And as you can see, it has like this reflective, like rainbowish type color to it, which is, I think, is pretty cool and interesting. Now right here, there's like an image of Michael Jackson, and I think that's the figure, because I know that's how he does look with like the mic right there in front of his mouth and the shades. But it also does say Michael Jackson at the top, and it does say INART collectible figure. Has like the MJ logo right there too. Has INART at the top. And right here you can see like another promotional like art image of this figure, where it just says Michael Jackson INART 6 scale figure. So I think that's pretty cool. And like I mentioned earlier, it does have like this like nice like reflective like a rainbow like look to it, as you can see right here. So yeah, it's a nice art box. And at the top right here you have like this USB type C insert for like plugging in, because it has like a LED light up feature. So I'll be sure to talk about it too. But yeah, I'm finna get into this right now. Being that this is also my first INART figure, I wanted to show that they actually had their own boxes too. Like they had like their main box right here. I like that they had a double box too. But then this right here is like I really believe this was their main box, because this has Michael Jackson all over, like the logo and like all these like musical type looking like symbols and stuff, and it does say Michael Jackson. So I really believe this was definitely the main box, you know. But I still think this is pretty cool. I like that they double boxed this too, by the way. I know when you first open the figure, you can see that this right here is like attached into like the insert of the box, which I think is pretty cool, because this is like the light up feature where you have to plug in the USB type C cord and this shit cut on. So that's kind of interesting how INART build that into the box itself. But another thing I think is pretty cool, we get gloves from them. Look at this, you get a pair of like gloves that you can use, I guess, for like when you're assembling or if you have to figure out. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that with like a 6-year figure. And then right here they have like this packet right here that has like a bunch of stuff here. I think like instructions and stuff. So we're going to touch on this too, because this is like my first INART figure, you know. So yeah, I was going to go ahead and touch on whatever this stuff is, because I heard about this right here. This right is the INART collectible Michael Jackson ticket right here, as you can see, which has him on it. And it does like a ticket, like you can like rip it, because you can see it on the back. Because if I'm not mistaken, it shows the date when like you pre-order the figure. So I think that's pretty cool, because it has like the date, I think, when it was like up for pre-order, because I had pre-ordered this at INART. This is where mine was with Queen Studios. But then you know it came from INART. I see it has like more stuff in here too. Like here's some stuff that I know I won't be able to understand that. Okay. And here's something too. Okay, and it is an instruction type guide too, I see. An operation guide. Okay. So I think this is pretty cool. So it does have like a, yeah, it has like an instruction manual too as well, as you can see, for assembling Michael. So I'll be sure to get a good look at this too. Okay. Then I know they had this too as well, so I'm gonna see what this is. Like this envelope. Oh, I think it's something about, yeah, the INART team. Yeah, like I said, read up about it. I probably should check this one on out too. So yeah, you get some nice, cool stuff in here. I think it's pretty cool. I be sure to check that out too. But yeah, so I think this is awesome. I must admit, I do think this is pretty cool though. Again, like the movie ticket with a ticket. I think that's kind of cool. Yeah. Now I want to move on to like the stand that comes with Michael Jackson, with the INART Michael Jackson figure. It is kind of a large stand too, as you can see right here. It does have the MJ logo on it, and I've been hearing like a lot of complaints about these. Like it even has Michael Jackson underneath it too, by the way. But I've been hearing like a lot of complaints about like the magnets in here, because there are magnets in this. They're coming apart like on a lot of people, so I'm kind of curious about that. And that's the top of it too, right there. As you can see. This also has like a stairwell with some stairs that it come with. And this is pretty cool, as you can see. And I think you can just like clamp these like, I think anywhere if you want. But obviously, you know, it probably go on the side. Or you could probably have it like right here in the front too. So I'm gonna see. Then also you get like this and I heard this is a die-cast metal too. It does feel kind of heavy. Crouch grab, or you could say a U-style type stand. So I think this is pretty cool. And of course, you know, you just plug it on in here like this. I'm glad that INART provided us with this too, just in case like the magnets didn't work too well. So I'm glad they did do that. But I think this really supposed to go on the side like this too, like the actual staircase thing. Because you know, like Michael Jackson had to walk up, then he stands on the stage. So it's pretty cool. And now for the figure himself. I was hearing about this too, how their figure was coming off with everything like all out the box, where, you know, unwrapped and stuff. I was hearing like the accessories. Okay, here's the figure. Okay, yeah, he is like lightweight too. Okay. Oh, I see he has buttons too, I think. Michael Jackson. Okay. Okay, he does stand. And of course you can see he's headless too right now. I have to put the head on. Okay. So let's see. Ah, okay. First INART figure. Ta. So he does stand too, as you can see. Of course, I guess the main thing of this, and this is nothing kind of interesting to me too, and this is like, again, my first INART figure. I see now, look how they packaged the rooted hair, like head sculpt. That's pretty cool. So I would keep it like protected, you know, so you can see like the head sculpt in here. Because of the rooted hair, they keep them inside these containers. That's pretty cool, which makes sense so the hair won't get all, I guess, messed up and stuff. But as you can see, it does say INART on it too. So I'm definitely curious about this. Let's see. I don't know how this works. Oh, okay. It just slides out. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I see they got the cotton material inside for the head. That's awesome. Okay. And here's the Michael Jackson head sculpt. I see it had tape on it. Wow, that is cool. I see the microphone is even attached to it. So yeah. I'll be sure to give like a close-up of this too as well. So I know how to put it on him. That's cool. Okay. Wow, it does look like him too. Looks like Michael Jackson. Okay. And another thing I want to touch on is the straps right here. Michael Jackson has like these two like straps. Wow, these do look cool. I've been hearing some issues about these too. So I'm gonna see. I was hearing there was this one right here. You have to like tie it through the loop or something like that. So I'll be sure to get a look at it. And I think these are like die-cast metal because they are kind of cool to the touch. They even have some weight to them too. But you do get two of these particular belts. As you can see, gotta be sure to show them up close, because I know this one I think is magnetized, if I'm not mistaken. It's like a magnet in it, so I'll be sure to check it out. Y'all can see it right there. I heard the magnet isn't tight enough or something. I'm hearing issues with it. But then this one you have to strap around Michael Jackson's like his shoulder. And the instructions do suggest doing that first though. So yeah. Okay. Okay, there's the INART Michael Jackson figure. I had to assemble, so I had to put on like the straps and even like the head to itself. It was kind of easy though. It was kind of tedious, you know. But it was kind of easy though, because you do kind of have to assemble this. So I just wanted to measure him first. And he was like just at like 12 inches. As you can see in height. So what I do now is talk about like the likeness to Michael Jackson, which I already do think is like superb, and like the articulation of this particular figure. So wow, and this is again like my first, I know I said it like over and over, first INART figure, and I really am impressed with this. I think they did a good job with this. Now I must admit I would have preferred like another look for Michael, but I think this is still like a pretty solid looking alike, and this is definitely there from my opinion. I think this really does like Michael Jackson, but this like material too as well, like this like all these straps and this jacket, oh it just does look like beautiful, you know. And another thing kind of bothered me too, I would do it, but this is like my first INART figure, so I'm trying to be like careful with this, you know. I know you can't remove this jacket off and have Michael with his like gold look, because that was really how he was dressed, like during those concerts, like the gold like vest thing that he had on underneath, that's what he really had on. And if anything, he would put on like various different like suits, say like the Thriller jacket or the beaded jacket or Smooth Criminal jacket, you know, over this particular gold, just like he has this over this right here, you know. So I probably will, like, on my own, like if I'm doing like photography pics or something like that, I probably will remove this jacket. But as you can see, here it is right here. It really does look like awesome. I do notice that Michael is kind of light on his feet too, I was noticing. But I know his arms, they go up to about, I guess you can get them to about, I don't want to force it, you know, trying to be very careful. They do go to about right there. I think they can go higher though. They even can go up. As you can see, you can kind of get them like that. And I think he does have a double band. Yeah, Michael also has like a double band in his arm too, so you can't get that much range in him. They even kick in and out too, like he has a butterfly joint. But the body is like tight. And I know his hand right here, it's like a peg, but this one is like a magnet hand. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about that too, like the magnetic hands. This is like my first 6-scale figure with magnetic hands, if I'm not mistaken. Then yeah, you know, Michael can split, of course. He should be able to do that so you can get him to like a dynamic dance type pose. And I do notice his leg is kind of tight too, I was hearing. But it can like kick up like that and you can kick it out. Now like that, it's kind of loose, you see. And he does have a double band too as well, so he has a good range of motion, like on his legs, and he can kind of get like an ab crunch too. But I don't want to force too much because those belts. But it's pretty cool, and he does have a pivot too, like you can rock Michael's ankle, where he has a split cut design, like they can turn too as well, and of course the head can turn too. It's like it's kind of, I don't want to bother it too much because the microphone on it, but you can turn Michael's head. He can look up, he can look down. And I might not have this on all the way, so I'm going to see. And I just wanted to get a close-up look. Wow. Now the likeness to Michael Jackson is definitely there. Oh, this piece. And you know he does have like the rolling eyeballs feature too as well. As you can see, he even has like that microphone right there on his mouth. He even has like the earpiece over there too. And his rooted hair is just simply stunning. I'll probably get some combs now so I can be styling and brushing it. I like how you can even see the knot right there in Michael's hair, like it's braided like. Boy, that's pretty cool. But even like this material again that Michael Jackson has on, oh look at that. I like how you can see like the police on there too. On those badge things, that's pretty cool. These are the pants he have on. And again, I'm kind of, want to take it off so I can show the gold look underneath, but I'll just leave it there, you know. Being this is my first INART figure, I want to be careful. And there's where the headpiece go at too, right there for the microphone. You can see the cord. You would attach it into there. And these, of course, are the shoes that Michael Jackson has on too. Yeah, his head can, you know, you can turn Michael's head left, right. You can look up, tilt. I'm not sure if I even got it on tight enough. But yeah, I think this is a stunning likeness to Michael Jackson. Really looks like him, from my opinion. Jam, it ain't too much. Now I want to move on through the accessories that come with the Michael Jackson figure from INART. You get 8 alternate hands, but it's like a total of like 10 hands if you count the 2 like solid fist hands that are on Michael Jackson. But one of the things I think is cool is you get 4 magnetic hands for like his right hand with like the brace on there. And I never had like a figure with like magnetic hands, so that's pretty interesting to me. But then you get like 4 of like the standard usual hands that have like the peg system on it. So I'm going to show these real quick. So yeah, I want to show these up close. I like how he has the tape around the fingers like Michael Jackson used to do. That's pretty cool. And this is just one of the hands that he has. Looks pretty cool. And this is like a magnetic hand too. So I'm curious about that. You can see like the magnet on the inside. And you do get 4 of these because you also have this one right here with like different like poses. Okay, that's pretty cool. I already know I'll be doing these because this one is like he's pointing. That's awesome. Then you have this particular one. I think this is like a crouch type grabbing hand, like when he's grabbing his crouch. And then you also have this particular hand right here. Then you just get like the usual, like you get these kind of hands right here. So I'm very familiar with these, with like, you know, the peg. Now it's not on him, I already know it's on his wrist, but this is how these look. I won't go into detail too much with these. And this has a pointing finger. It looks like it's just like the other hand with like the wrap on it and the taping on it, but it just doesn't have anything on it. I just realized that too. Here's another crouch grabbing hand too. That is what INART I think did with these, because here's another hand like that too. Like for instance, you can see like these right here. You get the same gesture hands. Only thing about it, like this one has like the tape and the wrapping like around his hand, but then this one doesn't have nothing. So I think that's pretty cool how they did that. Like the crotch grabbing hands. You can tell these are the same hands, but this one has like the tape and the brace, and this one doesn't. Pretty cool. And another thing I wanted to mention, I have good magnets, I think, apparently in my stand from INART, because I've been hearing a lot of people having issues with the magnets coming apart, but my Michael Jackson, it actually sticks right to it. And of course the magnets are right in the middle. You can't put them like anywhere on the stand like I've seen with like other figures, you know, lately. I have like another figure with magnets in the stand. You have to put them like in a certain spot, and then the stand will hold them. So I just thought I'd just touch on that. But Michael also gets like some, I think, buttons right here too. Probably like if like you lose some buttons on them or something like that. So I'll keep on going through. But yeah, I actually wanted to switch out one of these hands, so I want to get out of shot. I like how it even came off pretty easily too, like the magnet. So I'm gonna see if I can just put this on there too. Yeah, there it is. And I'm assuming I have that on there, right? I'm not too sure. So you know you can put Michael in them kind of poses like that. Yeah, but like kind of controversial, you know. So that's pretty cool. And then lastly, Michael Jackson gets like a pair of shades. And I like how INART put these in here. This is pretty cool. So I'm gonna see if I can open it. Like it's kind of tight in here. But it does come like in this box, and I think the shades are metal, but they come like in this box right here. That's pretty cool. I like that we can, so if we don't have the shades out, we can always keep them inside this box. So that's awesome. I think that's cool. Yeah, and as you can see, they just open on up. I think that's pretty cool. Even the material that it's on is pretty cool. And here are the shades. And they even reflect too. That's pretty cool. And I just wanted to show these up close. You can see they even reflect. It's pretty cool. I think these are metal, if I'm not mistaken, from what I'm hearing. It's awesome. Now I want to show the light feature that comes with the INART Michael Jackson figure right here. As you can see, they have it built into this box right here. That is kind of like different and like unique, because you can see like the slot up there for where you were inserted at. So I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'll see if I can get cut on. I do have like a power bank too right here that I use, and again it does use the USB type C cord, as you can see. So I'm gonna see if it cuts on. I also noticing too that it does apparently, well, it doesn't apparently, I mean it doesn't appear to just have a button to cut it on. It just cuts on when you plug it in, so that's kind of interesting. So as you can see, there it is. That's how that would look. Very bright light too. So I probably display on like this sometimes with like photography pics. It's pretty cool. Okay, there's the INART Michael Jackson Dangerous Tour. I know INART is labeling as Jam. 6 scale figure. I think this figure is absolutely awesome. This really is just amazing. And this is, again, I know I'm like saying it like over and over. This is like my first figure from INART, and I think they did a good job, very good job with this. So I'm getting a good look at some of the stuff that they do, like their designs, you know, like their accessories and the stuff that they have. So I think that's pretty cool, because there are other figures that INART had that I wanted to pick up, but I just didn't bother to get those, you know. So yeah, I still think this is like an amazing piece. And again, you know, this is based like on the Dangerous tour, and this is like the Dangerous album right here from Michael Jackson. I've had this for like years, like his Dangerous album. I believe this is like one of his best albums. There are like a lot of like amazing songs on this particular album. But I also had like the concert video, which was like the Dangerous tour, where he was like in Budapest. I had that like on DVD. Cause I remember it came on like HBO like a long time ago. This was like in the 90s. They had that same concert like on DVD where they used to. I have it, you know. But yeah, I think this is awesome. And I know that INART also have the Smooth Criminal Michael Jackson figure on it now. That is already, like, this is like my most anticipated figure of the year. Now the Smooth Criminal version is like my most anticipated figure of like 2026. I absolutely cannot wait for that. Now that's a look that I'm definitely okay with like Michael Jackson. That's a look I think is just awesome, you know. And I do already have that on pre-order, like the Smooth Criminal Michael Jackson figure from INART. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And I'm hearing that they're kind of done, but I'm also hearing there's a chance we might get like a Thriller one from now. I think that'd be definitely awesome. But Michael Jackson has so many looks that INART can give us like figures based on, you know. It's just like, whoa. It's just like, I can say I don't even gotta touch all those different like songs or videos or looks that he had, you know. But still, I think this is an amazing piece. And I wish I could have taken off the jacket, you know, because I know I'm definitely going to do it. If I'm just doing like pictures or something like that, I know I'm going to definitely bother with taking off these this silver type jacket, so I can show the gold like vest stand that he had on underneath. So I know I'm going to be doing that. And apparently my stand had good magnets in it too. That the magnets, they're pretty good. But of course you have to put them right on them, like they're right in the middle, because I have like another figure like that where you have to stand them right on the magnets for them to hold them up. But yeah, again, I think this is easy, like one of the best figures of the year. I know he's like light on accessories and so on, but still, and I would have preferred like another look for Michael Jackson, like the Smooth Criminal look. That is definitely like a awesome look to me, you know. But anyway, I would definitely recommend this, and I got mine from INART. Well, when it first went up, they still had like the Queen Studios website, because I remember at first they wasn't even shipping to America. But when this went up, they was like shipping to America, but they were still under like Queen Studios, because I know that's still there. But yeah, that's where I really ordered mine from. kind of the Smooth Criminal one is I ordered with like INART themselves, like the INART, the thing itself. But they are Queen Studios, or they are like the same thing. But anyway, I would definitely recommend this. You know, please leave a comment and subscribe too as well. Jam, it ain't too much. It ain't too much. It ain't too much for me to jam. Daggone it. It ain't too much. It ain't too much. It ain't too much for me to jam. Dangerous. The girl is so dangerous. Do you remember the time we fell in love? Girl, remember the time when we first met? Girl, remember the time, oh why we fell in love? Girl, remember the time.